So, and a very good morning to you from Colchester, where today we're going to an event called the Roman and Medieval Festival.
Oh yay! Oh yay! Oh yay! Greetings from Colchester, formerly Camulodunum, Britain's first city, with over 2,000 years of recorded history. From an Iron Age settlement to a Roman invasion, a Boudiccan revolt and a royalist occupation. Today I'm here for the Roman and Medieval Festival in Lower Castle Park.
Fantastic.
Please come and enjoy the day with me. God save the King!
God save the King! Thank you very much. With the Colchester's official town crier, so how did you get into this, sir?
Well, the previous town crier was Robert Needham. He'd held the post for 27 years. He came up for retirement last year, and I knew Bob, and I'd been connected with him through work over many years. I let him know that I was interested in the post, and nobody else had made an interest in it. So the post was officially handed over to me last November.
And that's brilliant. And if I must say so, you've got a wonderful voice for it.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, I'll let you get on with it. Thank
All
you.
the best. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
So, if you come to Colchester and you want to find evidence of the Romans, just walk around. You will find city walls, fortifications just about everywhere. And here's one of them. And here is a really good example, actually around the area of Castle Park. This is called Duncan's Gate, and it was built around the year AD 65. And just look at this. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course you can.
Because I like talking to folk. So, what was that? How old would that piece be?
That piece was actually from the 16th century, so a little bit after the medieval period, the early 1500s, and it's a brawl. It's a type of dance called the Scottish brawl.
Oh, so it comes from the north. So it is.
It actually comes from France.
Oh, does it? So it is Tudor.
Yeah, from Tudor times.
And how? Can I ask you what got you into sort of reenactment?
Sure. So I've been playing the recorder for all of my life, for as long as I can remember talking.
So
I've
it's
playing
been
music.
natural to you, yeah.
That's right. And then I studied music, and then when I was at primary school, I went on a school's visit to Kentwell Hall, and that is a place in Longmount where they have huge reenactment every year,
Okay.
and schools come and visit. Fast forward to being a grown-up musician, and I've met people that were reenactors at Kentwell Hall.
Oh, brilliant.
And I play the record as my first study, so it made sense for me
Yeah,
to,
exactly.
to
Well,
get
keep-
in. So that's
keep up the
how
good
I
work.
got into it. Thank you.
Thank you. It's really nice to listen to. I'll let you
Thanks.
get on
That's
with it.
very
Thank
nice
you.
to hear. Thank you.
Thank you. Bravo! That was wonderful.
Well, I won't do it quite like that.
Oh,
You
get
are
two
most welcome.
You get two wonderfuls from me. So you're obviously a Scotsman down here in the south,
I am.
by your accent. Good for you.
Yeah,
What-
it's changed quite a bit since I've been down here, though. But
What, from the 15th century? So what can you tell me about this wonderful instrument?
well, nowadays you would call it a hurdy-gurdy,
Oh, okay, yeah.
but in the time it would be a wheel fiddle if you were a peasant, or it'd be a symphony if you were gentry, if you were posh.
Okay.
So this is the French name for it is a vieilleur, which means a fiddle with a wheel, and that's what it is. So you've got, so like the rebec we play on the shoulder, this has got a bow, but the bow is a wheel. and you can change the strings. So I take that one off and put that one on. Oh, and it is out of tune. So to tune it up, I use a tourne gauche, a turn to the left, which is that
well,
there.
is it? A tourne gauche?
Yep. So.
Oh, you can see it vibrating there.
And then you're much lower down. And then you can change again to make it into a lower key. Again, out of tune, but there we are. That's the next of the
Live TV.
And that is as low as you can get it.
So that's the bass, is it?
So that's your lowest drone there. And look at this one. Now this one's called the Fly. That one, Moosh, the Fly. And these are called bourdon, the drones, the bees, bourdon. So that is the gros bourdon and the petit bourdon. And we have the trompette here. So that's as low as it goes.
Well, I felt I was going back in time then.
You have.
So that was
You've come here.
I have it. That was so obviously the Normans didn't bring this over. It's developed after, was it?
No one really knows when it came. Probably it came across with the Moors.
Oh,
But yeah, I wouldn't want to be quoted.
It's a grey
on that.
area, yeah. Okay.
It is a bit of a grey. So it's been around, we know, from the 10th century. It may have been in the 9th.
Oh wow.
But the evidence, I think, is a bit sketchy. So certainly, probably the 10th.
So the sound we're listening to really does go back in time.
It does.
Maybe not that sound.
This is one of the oldest instruments around. So here's the trompet string, or the trumpet string. And it's got a little bridge there which moves. It's called a dog. And that's what makes the buzzing sound. So you make rhythms with that.
Thank you.
But you normally
very
keep the
much.
wheel covered.
Thank you. And you'll be doing a play later, will you?
First public show, 11 o'clock.
Alright, I might see that. Thank you. I say, I'm not sure if I should shake your hand or kneel to you, sir.
You should kneel to me.
Okay. So
Join the army.
So you are. Oh, join the army. You are.
Richard the Lionheart.
Richard the Lionheart. So Richard, King Richard, what are you doing here today then?
Well, I'm trying to get some troops to get on the Crusades.
Ah.
You might wonder why I've got the two leopards and there, because most people associate Richard with three, but for 10 years, and it's only the last 3 years of his reign which the three lions. So when he was doing the Crusades and everything like that, he had the two.
So in his time he would have had two
lions.
Two lions.
Two leopards. Well,
fantastic.
People think they're lions, but they're really leopards.
So can I ask you, King Richard, and you're the first of the Richards, aren't you?
Yeah.
What was your interest now in 2025 to getting into this?
What do you mean? How long have I been?
How have you got into reenacting King Richard?
This is the first time I've worn this out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's my first one. But I say Richard is my hero.
So good luck with your recruiting.
Cheers then.
Hello, good sirs.
They're all
ladies.
they're all out of the way now.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can get your photo quick.
Video.
Video, I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's
Apologies,
fine. That's
apologies.
fine. That's fine. I'm just really interested in this fine box, and I understand that you good sir made this.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about it?
Well, this is it's a tale of Guillaume of Orange, and it's a mid sort of 13th century chest. and it's still you can see the original, which is currently in the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, and the original, the colours are still incredibly vibrant on it. That's because they were egg tempera. And egg tempera was a type of paint used in Europe until they were kind of replaced by the oil paints. You don't get oil paints until like the 14th, 15th century. But egg tempera was used by the Romans, by the Egyptians, by people in the sort of earlier medieval period, the high medieval period. And it's glazed with a varnish called shellac. And shellac is made, as you know, from crushed insect bodies.
I do now.
Yeah. But it's
Have you done that?
Yeah, it's been glazed. Yeah, wow. I didn't actually mix the shellac because it can be quite hazardous to mix. I had it pre sort of bottled, as it were. It was a lovely art suppliers that deals with kind of ancient pigments and stuff like that. So yeah, I was able to get that. Now the box itself is made of walnut. And it's very. I had to wait ages to get hold of the walnut. The original box, the hinges are intact, and this loop on the top is intact. But the thing that isn't intact is a latch. So the latch is guesswork, and what I've done is I've stuck to the styling of the brackets which survive, and this latch is kind of. It's my invention, but it's kind of based on the style of the brackets. It's kind of within style and realistic.
Real accomplishment.
Oh, that's very, very kind of you. Thank you.
Can you explain about the front sort of motive?
This kind of tells the tale of this chap called Guillaume of Orange, and he was this warrior, and who I think obviously suffered terrible guilt pangs about all the slaughter he was responsible for, and then basically did good deeds in his later life. And but you can see like this battle here with a person, or it's either a battle or a tournament, but somebody's getting slaughtered. You can see the blood splashing. And there's all sorts of mythical, weird ones on this. You can see these, now the sun's out a bit, but you can see the beast there on the that facet. And as we turn around, you can see our hero slaying some sort of weird two-headed beast. And I have no idea what that's all about. But then you can see a wild boar, which is quite stylised. But it's the wild boar, of course, was quite a feared creature. People in modern times don't really realise how dangerous these things could be. A wild boar kill you and eat you.
They still are dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. But a lot of people in modern times don't realise exactly how dangerous these creatures are. But you can see also these kind of random patterns here on the back, and then you've got these 4 characters on the front of the box. It's very interesting. And then you've got a lovely, lovely reference for a high medieval camp with these sort of round pavilion style tents. And then on the back you've got this magnificent siege where I assume our hero is literally slaughtering a whole bunch of people. And there we are. So that's the different facets of it. And yeah,
I wonder if the sort of Bayeux tapestry sort of painters passed down their skills to the painters. You know,
yeah, possibly, because it would only be about 100 to 150 years before Bayeux tapestry, this kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, stylistic is very, very similar. But as I say, it's walnut. When I lift the lid, it's actually one piece of walnut. The original was one piece of walnut carved and rebaited. It's not 4 pieces assembled. It's
actually that's like a lot of the medieval chests in churches.
Yeah.
They're made of solid oak, hewn from an oak tree.
Yeah,
and carved out. Yeah.
I'll lift this up, and you can see the actual lid is carved walnut, and it's very heavy. Yeah. And there we are. There's a carved walnut, and that's how it would have been inside.
Sign this, you know.
I should well do. Yeah. And now the padlock. This is a 13th century padlock, and. Yeah, the 13th century padlock, and the padlock didn't come with it. Obviously, there was but I managed to find somebody who could make padlocks, and this is basically based on the archaeological data. I think this one was found, the original was found in Lincoln, and as you can see, you've got the key here. It's a very unusual looking key, but what it does, it pushes in and it forces 2 of the, there's like 2 splits it forces together, which then undoes the padlock.
Do you know that's very similar to the locks in India?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I'll put that back in, you can see that split. Now, I have no idea whether this box ever had a padlock, but if it did, I wanted something in style, correct for the time period. So if I take the key out and slot that back in, you can see those 2 strips under tension, lock it. So it's really, really clever. And you literally push it in, and that forces those 2 strips together, and eventually it undoes it.
Well, the engineer done a really good job making that.
Absolutely, yeah. It was a very, very good replica. As I say, the original was found in. I literally have no idea what this feature's for. Whether it's because it's asking it's harder to break in, I don't know. It's guesswork. A lot of this stuff is guesswork. Part of the fun of making things like this is guesswork. We're a reenactment crew called Britannia. We've been going now for 35 years, and we not only do heritage shows like this, we work on film and television. We were in the original Ridley Scott film, and we did 7 years, all 7 series of Horrible Histories, which was tremendous fun. We worked on the Eagle, Centurion, so many different productions. But no, it's kind of fun, and when you research this stuff, obviously, especially on battlefield, you have to have compromises in terms of people's safety. But we try and get things as proper as we can.
It's a flesh wound. No, no. Oh. On this side, we have the wolves. And on this side, we have the eels. So what you need to do is pick a team. Choose who you want to win. Eels, of course. Yes. And cheer them on. Clap and cheer and encourage them.
Overken!
Overken!
Name of weapon!
Niemand weapon!
Rear of weapon!
Gegen vor!
Gegen
Rear weapon! Die, dog! You! Breathing!
He's got larger plates than me, so each one of these represents one plate. Whereas he's got much larger plates there, spread impact, cheaper to manufacture, easy to produce, and he gets that flexibility, which means I can't bend down further than that. So when I get on the floor, I roll around like a sausage roll. But he can be straight up, back flips, cart rolls, a whole lot, yeah. Well, probably. You need to be able to move between like riding on horse as well, and then fighting on foot. But anyway. These weapons tend to have like a spike on the end. On the floor. You'll see how vicious it is in about 5-10 minutes when we're over there.
Have you got a plan, gentlemen, when you fight?
Never. No clue. The plan goes as far as don't get hurt.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking actually, safety first.
Yeah.
We do sort of practice. and we make sure that we're hitting the right sort of spots on each other, but we are free-flowing.
We're free flow. So sometimes we choreograph what we're going to do. It depends on what we feel like at the day. Like today, we've got not any plans. We don't have any plans of what we're going to do.
That must be a lot of fun.
It's good. The big battles are fun as well, because obviously you know sort of, oh yeah, you can't have it so Richard III wins this one. You've got to know what the outcome's going to be, but you're actually given quite a lot of leeway.
Be nice if he did though.
Yeah.
And for once, Richard has failed.
Oh
dear.
Turn up for the history.
Somebody better get the books out and get that in.
Alright, well I'll see you on there in a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be in the main arena very shortly. In fact, I think we're making our way there now.
Night school, Lady Ava.
Exceptional, oh my lord. I mean, thank you, sir, yes. I'll defend. That was that man there.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Is everyone having a good time today? So there's a lot of you that isn't. Is everybody having a good time today? A bit more convincing. I think these guys are more convincing than those guys over there. So, we are Suffolk Swords. We are Suffolk Swords. We're a 15th century reenactment group from Ipswich. Today we're going to give you a convincing demonstration of swords and armour from the 15th century known as the War of the Roses. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a demonstration of all the weapons you see in front, including some variations that are just at the side here. We're going to get together and we're going to pair off, do some demos of the weapons, and then interchange and swap around. Thicker than other armour, and is designed just to absorb and just not feel it. Whereas Artem, you'll notice, is wearing a significantly lighter jacket. This is known as a brigandine. It's made of a system of interlocking plates which makes it very flexible. You can see when you bend the waist, the front will actually lift up. My armour and Dave's armour won't do that. So Artem is much more agile than we are. On the other side, we have Dale, who's again wearing full plate, but we have Alex, who is actually only wearing a pocket, so he's only protected around the middle, which makes our life a little bit more challenging. If we get this down safely, but he's got maximum flexibility in the shoulders and around the abdomen. But will he be able to take advantage of his flexibility? Looks like Artem's come down. So we always plan these so intricately. So first off, we've got Dale with longsword, with Artem with a bastard sword. The bastard sword is about 6 inches longer than Dale's longsword. It's also a great deal heavier and slower. They just size each other up to begin with, a little bit cautious, coming in with a couple of attacks. Neither side able to get an advantage here. Perhaps a nice big cheer for the fighters in the arena so that they know you're all still here. There you go, see, no cheers on that speak. So Dave is able to actually use the buckler to push Alex at a distance by more or less punching him.
Dave! Oh, he's gone!
Oh, Alex has gone down. There we go. Big cheer for Dave, everyone.
He's got more. He's got more.
He's got more in him. Alright, he isn't finished yet. Oh, that's tenacious, isn't it? I don't have a cheer for Alex on that one. Look at him. He's not over yet. He's still going. Oh, he's suddenly come alive. He's coming in. Oh, he's getting his arms going. He's coming in for the front. There we go. He's doing fantastic. Well done, Alex.
What happened?
Is Dave all right? Looks like he's all right.
Oh yeah, who wants that?
Who was that? Who was that? Yeah.
Yes, yes, let's do this.
So, you don't really want to get in there, do you? That's dangerous. What if I get hurt? It's free karma.
Should we do this?
Oh, you're bloodthirsty.
I think we should do this. Should we do this?
Good enough, he says.
Let's do it, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Let's go. Right, just let me hand the microphone over to
Oh my God,
Dave, and I'll just put my hat on.
Remember, kids, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Shut up, Dale!
Ooh, I'm starting to regret it a little bit.
So, yeah, we're going to test that old adage now. Because he's very, very big and still a long way to fall.
He's going to teach me such a lesson now, I know.
Okay, so it looks like Sir is sticking with the hand and a half sword for this combat. Trained from birth with the hand and a half sword. So Chris. And so Chris is defeated by the rope. He's good. He's fine. So it looks like so Chris is going to go with the hand and a half sword as well. He does favour that he does that.
He just does that. It's broken. It's not me being rude. I need to repair it. I can't do anything else.
Not very virtuous Okay, so I think we are ready for a fight between our challengers here. Sir Chris against Sir Dale. Ooh! So I think fairly evenly matched. I think Sir Chris has a slight height advantage. Grab the weapon. At close range, you can indeed grab onto a monster and not possible way down. And when you're wearing metal covered leather, you can get hold of it. It becomes more like a wrestler.
He's not that good, is he? He's not that good.
So Dale a little winded there from that strong punch. Okay, where swords can't really touch with the dagger. Punching. Oh, sorry, Dale switched to a half sword there. So giving himself a bit more strength in the sword. But you know what I mean. He's got his arm. So Chris looks like he's in trouble. Chris might not be in trouble.
Sword! No, not that one!
That sharp end of the blade, then he may have a chance to close the gap and pull it down. But if Chris can keep it at range, then he's got to moving in. I think very clearly a victory there. So Chris.
What's this now? Oh, come on, is it? What's going on there? Whoa, whoa, Disarm him now, keep going, Arthur, keep going. Arthur!
Well, I didn't expect that to happen. So, as you can hear from my voice, that's pretty tiring. So, that pretty much concludes our demonstration this morning. If you wish to come over to the tent and speak to us, try on armour, pick up weapons, and just have a general chat, please feel free to do so. We have been Suffolk Swords. We'll be on again at 2 PM this afternoon. Thank you all very much.
Okay. You want to get that photo?
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah. She's got the same motorcycle jacket as you.
Okay,
Okay,
look at the camera.
Come on. We need you in as well, Carl.
You don't mind me asking where you're from?
Me personally?
Yeah, well,
I'm from Somerset.
Oh, okay. You're a long way from home.
Yes, I am.
Are you from different parts of the country?
Yeah. We're all from all over. Yeah.
This bloody side. Where are you going? This side. Special place for it. Where you going?
Yeah. We're all from all. Yeah.
What's got you into the sort of interest?
For me, it was doing Latin at school.
Latin? You don't look that old.
I know. Yeah. Well, we did Latin at secondary school, and then I really enjoyed about the Roman life, and then I think it probably was my Latin teacher, to be fair.
Fair enough.
And then I started getting into it and wanting to learn more about it.
Right, fair enough.
And then I think I actually saw a reenactment group when I was a child, as in school. And then, I don't know, I thought I decided one day to see some people doing some things into reenacting. And I thought I'm going to just go and turn up and join, and then I never left.
Good for you. Good for you, so I'll let you get marching on with your...
That's fine. I'm not touching that one now. That is there for somebody else. No worries.
Well, Templars are trying to literally stop the Barons and their men from getting through, because what the contents... he's taking counsel from Dalbini and Montfitchet, and Robert Fitzwater appears to be the chief troublemaker. He was actually one of the knights who tried to force John to agree to the Magna Carta.
You ready? Ready, Dalbini? Rockety, say!
They're separating the run that they're going through. Oh, the one hospital has been wounded. Staggering down, and Dalbini then seizes his chance. Forcing Joan back with the point of his sword. He checks if the... Is it Saint's Bones?
Oh!
There's gold in here, including a crown. Behind the Barons, we have King John's champion, Hubert de Burgh. This is a man who actually not only championed John, he also held on to Dover Castle for a while against the French king. And here he is, and he's in a shadow of Colchester Castle, and with him is Savary de Mullion, who is the head of the Flemish mercenaries. Colchester, you're so lucky. There's so many layers of history here, from the ancient Trinobantes tribe to the rebellion of Boudica, and of course well into the Barons' War and even the English Civil War. You're very lucky here in Colchester. There are so many layers of history. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We are Britannia.
I guess this is to pay for the fall of Colchester.
Now, he said, we've heard about the fall of Rochester. This is to pay for the fall of Colchester. Colchester will be in the hands of the Barons before the evening is out.
Of his men. Colchester will stand for the Barons. It will stand for the Magna Carta that your king swore an oath on and then rescinded.
Clear the way.
Clear the way.
Clear the way, he's saying. Clear the way. Clear the field.
Let's force them off then.
Let's force them off. Let's force these interlopers out of here. Let's get rid of them. So it's now the Barons, and they're going to be fighting against Hubert de Burgh, loyal to John. Here he is at the back with the red surcoat, and next to him is his friend Savary de Mullion, head of the mercenaries in Colchester. Oh, one of the hospitals is dead. Who are you cheering for, the Barons or the Tombers? Backing up.
They have a weak spot.
Now, it looks like Hubert de Burgh, a very, very clever man. He was a Justicar of England at a time when Henry III, John's son, was too young to actually rule. Now, Hubert de Burgh is now trying, I think, an offensive against them.
Hold!
Hostage! Is that fair?
Bring her over! Bring her over here! Now! Quick! Hold! Hold!
So it looks as though now have the gold, they also have Joan, and it appears the Barons have all the cards.
We now have John's Bible, the she-wolf.
We now have the she-wolf.
Unless you put your arms down, leave this field, let us have the treasure. We will ransom her and not do her much harm. Otherwise, you go back to your lapdog king and tell him how you lost the treasure and his daughter. What say you now?
Now, de Burgh is a clever, calculating man. He's not, eh? He has an idea.
You used to be a man of honour.
Says you're a man of honour?
Fight me in a duel.
Fight me in a duel, decide on a battle of the champions.
Man of honour!
Montfitchet staggers forward. Montfitchet staggers forward and is beaten back. Now, incidentally, as unpleasant as he is, you can still visit Stansted Montfitchet. Do enjoy it. I have to say, the weakest part of any castle, though, is the gift shop. We've proved that.
De Burgh, you are right. I am a man of honour. Once you had honour. We hunted, we fought side by side, we gave blood. I know God has the right of it. I will face you 1-to-1. Winner.
Oh, he's actually agreeing to the duel. Now, they've got all the cards, but he's agreeing to the duel. Dalbini and Montfitchet are saying this is madness. You'll lose the day. We have everything we want. You can walk away now. But no. De Burgh has appealed to his ego.
Okay, if you don't do this, you're going to do this under the eyes of God.
So
I will recite the
Even
Lord's
though they've
Prayer.
killed the priest, Montfitchet is standing in to give the blessing.
Perdona, Legitim nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tuum, sicut in cielo et in terra. Amen.
Amen. So be it.
Help me up, Defer. I'm getting old.
So, it is now De Burgh, Hubert De Burgh in the red surcoat, and facing him is Robert Fitzwater for the Barons. If you're cheering for De Burgh, you're on this side. If you're cheering for the Baron, you're on that side.
Come on, Fitz! He's 3 times your age!
Now these people, give them a round of applause because they are fighting in heavy armour, and obviously being English, they aren't used to fighting in nice weather. Looks as though Fitzwater has won the day. De Burgh is down. Looks like De Burgh is down and out.
God willed it! Yield! Yield! Or die on this field in disgrace!
Now, while he's giving his flowery speech, he should really be keeping his eye on his opponent, because De Burgh... Do you think that was fair? Of course it was fair. Now the Barons are not happy about this at all.
You have no honour! Godless heathens!
Montfitchet lies injured, and so does Fitzwater. Dalbini is now backing up. Dalbini is taking on 3 of them at once.
Yield!
He's being persuaded to yield.
Throw your weapons!
I have my honour, De Burgh. You might not.
So as a matter of honour, he said, I have my honour, even though you don't. That's important.
God save our eyes!
Ready?
How are you two doing? Oh, you've got the eyes as well.
Yeah, that's proper.
So, you're not exactly medieval, are you?
No.
So what period are you then?
I'm
A galaxy, long
very
above.
far away from Old Republic. I am from a great Sith Empire. I'm just here looking for recruits, honestly. Seeing who has the most sinister intent.
Look like you've been down the pub all night with them eyes. So you're from a distant galaxy?
Distant galaxy. My Sith Empire are here looking for new recruits, you know, to spread our army towards.
I'm sure you'll find some here.
100%.
Oh, absolutely.
With these crackers, 100%.
Oh, enjoy yourself anyway.
You as well, thank
See
you.
ya.
It's working with these lot.
Who do you think's going to win?
I honestly am not sure. It's 1-1 right now. They're pretty balanced.
His normal job is killing people. That's his job.
Okay, so taking
But
a
now I'm
break, is he?
teaching him how to do a bit of sewing and repairs. Okay?
Teaching.
He would normally be on guard, and
Fair enough.
he's trained to kill.
But he's a little bored today, is he? There's
But
no killing to be
I'm
done.
just making a bit of a trade out of
There
him.
you are. Good.
He's a new recruit. He's only 17. 18. He's only 8. He's got another 25 years to do in the Roman army.
What are
But
the
he's an
young-
auxiliary, so he's not a legionary like me. But after 20 years, he become a legionary,
Okay.
then he become a Roman citizen because he's non-Roman at the
Oh,
moment.
right, okay.
He's from the enemies.
So once he's
we
done
captured
enough...
him. We captured him about a month ago, and this is what we've done to him. We've made it his sewing now. You see, he's armed with a dagger and a sword. He'll carry a shield and a pilum, a hasta type of spear. He's very good at killing people, but he ain't very good at sewing.
Oh, so how you doing?
All right.
Is it all right if I talk to you?
Go on.
Can you explain about your
Well,
sort of look?
I'll get the standard or I'll just stand by it. So that's tight. So this is an officer's kit. I'm a Vexillarius.
Vexillarius?
Vexillarius, standard bearer. So we're in officer position. There are 3 of us. Cornican, that's another one, horn player, and the signifier, the bloke who carries a signum, and he's not here with us.
Is that quite a dangerous role, carrying that banner?
No, it's actually quite safe.
Does it make you a target?
Not really, I'm at the back.
Oh, okay.
They're marching in front of me, they need to protect me, because that's a precious possession of our troop. If that got lost in the battle, we disgraced, so they need to look after me. Plus, I might be the one who looks after troops' money, so they need to protect me and the other ones.
So you had a very important role.
Yes, yeah, you will see us on the display in about half an hour. We'll be, when it comes to charging, we charging with them, but we standing at the back, so it's just on the march. The troops know where to line up.
Okay. So in the British Army, that would be the colours.
Yeah.
So if you lost the colours, there was a lot of problems there.
Yeah, same with Roman army. Not much change there.
Don't lose the banner.
That's right.
Right, well, I'll see you on the battlefield then soon. Nice
Soon.
talking to you.
No worries.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's you're a legionnaire?
A legionary, yes.
A legionary,
Yeah,
you're
citizen
going to
soldier.
explain about the tent in Goatskin. Yeah?
Well, you're a gregarious, aren't you? Right rank.
Don't start arguing there, come on.
So, this is the classic Roman military tent. It's made for 8 men. It's made out of 70 goat skins stitched together.
Poor goats. Stood no chance, did they?
Absolutely. The thing to look for is that there's no exposed stitching. You can't see any of the stitching, which makes it much more waterproof.
Yeah, of course.
And it's treated with tallow, which is
Yep.
a kind of animal fat, to make it supple, waterproof, and to preserve it. So, if you can walk over here, you'll see, have a look inside. So this is the sort of space it involves. Clearly for 8 men, it would have been a very cosy fit. So we think it's more likely that you would have 4 or 6 men in here at any one time, with 2 or 4 on duty.
So how many men would be in here?
This would be made for 8 men. This would be, that's called a contubernum in Latin. But we don't think 8 men would sleep in here at the same time, so maybe 4 would be on duty or 6 on duty, but they would keep their kit in here. But this is for a marching camp. So this would be folded up at the end of each time they wanted to be encamped for, and then put on the back of a mule, and the mule would carry it for the 8 men. And then at the end of the day's march, they would take it off, and they would be told by the surveyor where to pitch their tent in these long lines. And a century of men was 80, so you have 10 of these tents for each century.
I thought you said at the end of the. I thought you was going to say at the end of the day we're going to skin the mule.
No, the
Add
mule
it to another tent.
No, but the mule's very important. He's carrying the heavy stuff, so you don't want to lose the mule.
So I mean, you can see the actual. So this is a very accurate replica, isn't it?
Yes, these are the only 2 hand-stitched, sized leather Roman marching tents in the world.
Oh my goodness. Did it take a long time to...
It took an awful long time. It's about 1,000 man-hours for each tent.
Wow, that's impressive. And I would imagine very heavy.
Yes, which is why the mule carries it.
May I ask what got you into reenacting the Romans?
I've always adored history, and particularly the Romans. There's something about how much we know about them, the authors, the inscriptions. It feels like you can get really close to the Romans. And then one time I saw the Ermine Street Guard, this reenactment group, practicing. And I thought, wow, they brought it to life in such a way. And that's the appeal. We research it, we build a lot of the armour, so we find out about the armour, we find out about how it works, and we get as close as we can to how the Romans sort of fought their battles.
Very commendable.
Thank you. And
so where you come from in the country? Are you from Essex or are you outside?
No, I'm from Nottingham. We're all from all over the country in this group. It's based in Gloucestershire, but we come from all over the country. We've even got someone who's come down from Edinburgh, someone from the south. So we pull in people from anywhere who want to have a...
So if you could go back in the Roman Empire, which is about, well, let's say the Romans in England, it's about 400 years, say. What sort of emperor would you like to serve under?
I mean, obviously, you have what are called the 5 good emperors, which are from Hadrian onwards for a while, but it's a tough life.
Would you like to come over here with Claudius in 43 AD?
I mean, it
Because
must
he
have
would have
been,
marched in here, wouldn't he?
He would have done, yes.
He may have stood where you're standing now.
Absolutely. It must have been very scary for everyone involved. I mean, invasion.
Yeah, exactly. Because for those that don't know, the castle is just up there on the hill. So it's literally 5 minutes walk, and I believe the river is running along here.
That's right, yeah.
So you're right in the
centre of it. This is some of the most history, the richest history in all of England.
Yes, oldest town in England.
It's oldest city.
Yeah, oldest city now,
yeah,
isn't it?
Absolutely.
City, yeah.
This was the capital of England for a while.
Fantastic. Well, nice talking to you, and enjoy your day.
You too. Thanks very much.
And we'll be shooting with the artillery. You'll also get to see Roman. Or if you're really rich,
Thank you very much. Yes, of course you can. Ready?
Similar thing to that. So basically it's just
Round, you know, get it to any angle you want.
What can you tell me about the Groma? What can you tell me about this Groma?
Well, this is what we use for building our camps, Roman roads and forts.
So it's a very important piece of kit.
Yeah, well that middle one there, that is the datum point, where we would be told as Roman surveyors, that's where we've got to start from. And then from that point, we want to go 20 miles, and 20 miles we'd go in a straight line with this machine, so with this instrument, and with this measuring staff.
So this measuring staff will be at the other end?
No, this is carried by another soldier.
Yep.
And he would he would wander off.
So he'd be in the distance, yeah?
He'd wander off. So I'm looking through these two. Don't forget, from the datum point, the soldier would march off as far as I could see, so I could stop him. He would then put it in the ground, and then we would transfer this old instrument to that point, and we would start again with a peg behind us and a peg in front of us. We are in a straight line.
So it's a little bit similar to this.
As we look this way, we have, from this point, we have 90 degrees. If we're building a camp or a small fort.
So most of the camps would be rectangular, would they?
They would be rectangular or square, depending on how many men are involved. Don't forget, we've only got possibly one day to do this. Because if we're on campaign, you've got 24 hours which we're moving on. But we didn't just camp in the field and put our tents up and put our feet up. We built a ditch all the way round. We put earth out of that ditch onto a bank. We put palisade stakes into it.
So you had to be very fit.
That was done. That was done on the day, on the march, on the day.
So what's got you into being a Roman legionnaire?
Because I'm an idiot.
You're an Well, I guess a lot of them would have been signing up for 25 years.
Yeah, well, I've done 35, so I think I'm getting a bit past it.
You should be a centurion by now.
No. The older you get, you go downhill.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. So you're looking for volunteers then?
Hey, yeah, volunteers that go in there.
All right, I'll put it on the website, yeah.
Do you want to be a volunteer, do you?
No. No, I don't.
Some Roman arrows were you would have followed the guy with wet crisp. Yep. Because he's his price. Okay. Are you sure? No.
So there's your special coin, darling. Where is it? Go watch them.
Can I suggest it or not?
Oh, sir, are you the leader of this group? What's your title, if you don't mind me asking?
Centurion.
You are the centurion, so you've got all the...
I can tell by the crest.
Yeah. And all the decorations here.
Yeah,
for the emperors.
They could have decorations, but it's the crest.
That's the authority.
It's the only rank that goes across the helmet.
Okay. Can I ask you what, of all the emperors that served in England or had the power over here, which one would you have liked to have served under?
Oh, good question. I mean, Hadrian's, really interesting, and obviously, the kind of modern association with Hadrian's Wall. I think, I know it sounds silly, but Hadrian also had a beard. So if the emperor has a beard, the legion are allowed to have
You've
beards as well.
technically got a moustache.
Yeah, well, the beard's coming in. It's coming in a little bit. Yeah.
What about Claudius?
Yeah, well, I think he was clean shaven, but
wasn't he very long? 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I think he was only in
yeah.
Britain. He's here for 2 weeks and then he shot
That's
off.
the thing.
so.
I should say they're not always here, but it's, as you said, they're kind of ruling over.
As I understand, he marched here with his 20,000 legionnaires, his elephants, went into Colchester and then he left.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure.
The elephants are a bit.
Is that a myth or?
Well,
I just imagine the 20th Legion came up here, so I would imagine it's the 20th Legion that he came to visit up here because they established the fortress here.
Oh, okay.
Whereas at the same time, the St. Augusta were going down the south coast, and the 14th were going up somewhere up the middle, as were the 9th.
Okay. Have you been to the Saxon foreshore fort of Afona in Essex here?
No, I haven't, but we have been to Portchester, which is a
Portchester.
Fort. That's a similar fort.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, and Pevensey, which is another similar Saxon fort.
Yeah, well, I'll let you get on with it. Nice talking to you.
That's common sense.
That's signal.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, the display is the far end of the field. Right. Ite, Pira portate, Quattro ordine fecite. Broadcast! Say!
Polar soldiers from the golden era of the Roman Empire, the 1st century AD, when Rome conquered the known world.
The Romans then went west and then up into the Midlands. They established a legionary fortress at Exeter. They established a legionary fortress at Gloucester, and then eventually moved further north. But in 60 AD, a lady called Boudica, you know Boudica? A lady called Boudica, who lived just up there in Norfolk, revolted against the Romans. She was a revolting lady. She revolted against the Romans and she came down, and first of all they sacked Colchester, they burnt it to the ground, then they went down to London, and then they went up to St Albans and they sacked both those towns, those cities. Various tools that they would need for entrenching to make the camp. You can also see that their shields are covered in leather on the mark. In fact, in one of Caesar's battles, he said the enemy came upon us so quickly, the men didn't have time to take the leather covers off the shields.
So this is the Roman army of the 1st century AD. This was an empire of 50 million square miles. Millions of people under Roman authority. How did they do it? You see how they looked and how they were equipped. Now you will see how they are trained. And training is one of the fundamental advantages of the Roman army, because it was a professional army, a full-time army. At this time, many armies were levy armies, people taken from the fields from their normal jobs to fight as and when necessary. But here you'll see the training techniques which gave the Romans the cutting edge. In the centre of the field you have men throwing practice peeler at a target. You have men duelling with wooden swords and wicker shields. And you have some marching soldiers as well. This gives you an idea how devastating these weapons could be. Have a look at the peeler practice. These weapons are designed to be used in volleys. Now you've seen the peeler, the metal tip, the heavy wooden handle, designed to punch through shields, through flesh. Used in volleys of hundreds, it will be a devastating weapon, killing the front rank of the enemy. But then look at the men using their shields and swords, closing with the enemy, forcing the shield into the face of the enemy and then jabbing with the sword, knocking off balance,
sticking with the sword like a bayonet. Now this allows the men to become more efficient with their weapons, more skilled, which is not a disadvantage. But the second advantage is it builds stamina and strength. Hand-to-hand combat can be incredibly physically demanding. Think of it like a boxing match almost. So if you're going to be trained, they will be fitter and have more stamina than the enemy, which gives you a huge advantage. And the third advantage is it gives the men used to obeying orders. Now, Celtic warriors can be individually very brave, but their commanders could not rely on them to follow orders in the heat of battle in the way a Roman commander could. In fact, a Roman author says that give me 2 men of equal valour, and the one who is untrained will be as useless as a woman in battle. You can get away with that today.
So if there's distance, that's right.
Another author described Roman battles as bloody drills, and drills as bloodless battles. It was an almost mechanical way of fighting.
The other one, remember, is your foot. But if I start looking down, I know where I'm going to aim.
So the men have been trained up. Roman training, I think, lasted about 6 months, but they would train every day once they were deployed as well.
If I drop that, what have we done? I've opened up all of here.
Now, as we said, Britain was invaded in 43 AD. There was a new emperor on the throne. His name was Claudius. He was an unprepossessing fellow, he had a club foot and a stammer. And he needed a military victory to secure his place on the throne. And his eyes fixed on Britain. It had first been invaded by Julius Caesar 100 years before. That army looked very different to this one. But in 43 AD, Claudius assembled 4 legions. That's about 10,000 men, sorry, 20,000 men, and a similar number of auxiliaries. So an invasion force of 40,000 men. They even brought elephants along with them to try and terrify the locals. Now at this stage, Britain was ruled by Celtic kingdoms, sometimes warring, sometimes cooperating. But it was an agrarian society. It was mainly based on farming, blacksmithing. But it did not have a professional army. Now the sword's been moved. It looks like both, but it's not. It works differently. So that is a catapulta. That will be shooting bolts by hand. They get their power from a twist of rope. Like a knot of rope, this is twisted in one direction, and an arm, a wooden arm, is pulled against it in the other direction. This builds up a huge stored energy. The power of these weapons, iron-headed bolts like heavy-duty arrows. So all the weapons have been loaded up again. First shot from the ballista, going for the targets. Aiming low so they don't cause any damage. Secretary, the archers, aiming for their own target, for the archery targets. And the first shot from the ballista in the corner. That's, sorry, from the Onagate in the corner, going for range. Note I say shoot and not fire. Fire then comes along with gunpowder. This is the other go again. Could have been put on wagons, be used as almost like mobile artillery. But equally they could be used against fortifications to pick off defenders on the tops of walls. None of these weapons were designed to really knock down walls. Most of them were used to either clinch on the walls or bombard what was inside. We know of a hill fort where the chieftain's hut in the centre had 12 bolts in the remains, and we think they must have bombarded Chieftain's hut by way of intimidating defenders inside. The Celts had no way of responding to this. Ballista going for a high trajectory shot. There's another war in the world that's keeping the calling sounds to bring the men back into line. Now, one of the disadvantages of a standing army, we've seen the advantages, but one of the disadvantages is the Roman army and they sat around for a long time. They weren't always fight, and it didn't take long for the Roman army to realise it was the true power in the empire. You lose the army, you lose the empire. Thank you.
I think you let your emperor down because he was unescorted.
Oh, yeah.
He had no protection, so we sort of walked him through.
I
had
my wife, which is scary enough.
Yeah, I imagine.
Our
emperor
is
Vespasian. Is this Vespasian?
No. I am Tiberius, Claudius, Caesar, Augustus, Germanicus, Claudius. And this is Messalina.
Messalina?
Yes, Empress of Rome.
Not with a mobile phone now.
No.
Give it to your servant.
You're ahead of time.
I enjoyed that. It was really well
So
done.
Messalina, if I can ask you, how long were you the wife of the
She
emperor?
was Empress of Rome until she married somebody else.
Oh.
And Claudius got fed up and executed her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a...
We don't to say this yet.
So, how would I address you, Claudius?
How would you address me, my dear, if you were a common person?
Emperor. Just Emperor. Augustus.
Augustus? Or Claudius?
All emperors are Augustus.
Oh, well, I've learned something.
August means Augustus.
Okay.
The greatest.
Okay, I knew that. So have you enjoyed your troops putting on a display for your...
I thought they were excellent, yes. It is a problem performing without the full arsenal. Had we had the full arsenal of weapons, we would have shown you how great the Roman army can be, really in battle.
Okay, I thought you were going to talk about football then.
But football? What is this football? We are not allowed, even in these demonstrations, to kill
the best
Britons.
thing is that they give the audience an idea of history, and this is Colchester.
Absolutely.
It's the most famous and oldest original Roman
It's the first Roman
in
town
England.
into a city.
It is, and it is incredible, really, that they can get this over to people.
Absolutely.
How great the Roman army was.
And as an award, I will build them an aqueduct.
Well, I'll leave you to it, and thank you very much for your
very
time.
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Viva la Rome!
So, hello, good sir. What can you tell me about your depiction of Knights Templar, did you say?
Yes, I portray a Knights Templar from about the year between 1200 and 1250. The Crusades have been well and truly going for a few years now, and our Holy Order has been charged with protecting pilgrims on the Pilgrim Road.
Is that St John, is it?
No.
Sorry, King John. Is it
No,
King John?
we answer to King Baldwin of Jerusalem. Baldwin of Jerusalem, yeah. But we answer primarily to the Pope.
So what you're actually doing now, I can smell incense.
Yeah, so I've got incense burning, so I've just said my prayers. With the incense burning, the prayers actually go up to our Lord, and He answers them. So the Templars, even though we're a very warlike people, we're actually very into their religion. So basically,
Very pious.
Oh, very pious, and they would actually pray numerous times in a day.
May I ask you what got you into the Templar sort of reenactment?
Personally, I've been a reenactor for many years. I started with the English Civil War Society, moved on to Sealed Knot and English Civil War, did American Civil War, did World War II, jumped out Dakotas and the likes of.
Have you really?
Yeah, done.
That's a lot of fun.
Oh, it's I'm a bit of a time traveller, so yeah. So a friend of mine started the group, And it wasn't until I started reading about the history that it really does grip you. It's such a big turning point in world history. You get as Europe sort of expands its borders back down, because you've got to imagine back in the day, Spain was under Moorish rule, and most of the eastern parts of Europe were under the Saracen rule.
So if you could go back in any time within the Crusades, what sort of period would it be?
To be honest, it'd be probably where we are now. It's sort of the highest. So basically, the Templars started as a small band and became a very rich band very quickly. So when you think of things they did, the engineering feats, the castles they built, they were the first people to start international banking. So basically, you could go to a commandery, say here in Colchester, and you were going on a pilgrimage. You didn't want to take your money with you, so what you do is you go in the commandery, you'd hand your money over, and for a small fee, they'd give you a chit. The chit would be signed in code. You could stop anywhere along the pilgrim road, draw money on your chit, and when you got to Jerusalem, draw the rest of your money, so you had money there. So if you
Very
were robbed,
advanced.
yeah, if you actually got robbed, then you didn't lose your money. You just kept your chit, which was signed and sealed.
A bit like a traveller's cheque.
Yeah, very first form of banking. So to become a knight at the time, you had to be a knight to become a Knight Templar. You could join the order, but unless you were a knight, you weren't going to be a knight ever. You couldn't work your way up to it.
So you had to be wealthy, basically.
Basically, yeah, but then in the same breath, you were wealthy, but when you joined the order, you signed your land, your wealth across. Because it was one of our oaths, so like, you'd sign everything across, the order owned it, and then they'd be making money on your land.
Wow, very interesting. Thanks for your time.
No worries.
Good luck to you.
And you, thank you.
To the toilets?
How's it going, all right?
Hello, good sir, how you doing? Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Good,
Very
good.
diverse.
Isn't it just? Yeah, it's great day.
It is
Plenty
a
of
really
people
good-
out.
Plenty of people. Good for
Yeah.
Colchester.
Absolutely, yeah.
Have you done your town crime?
I'm not doing anything.
Oh, you're just sort of mingling.
No, just mingling, just,
Oh,
yeah.
all
just-
right. Have a day off.
Yeah, oh,
So I
that's
caught
all
you
right.
when I did. I was lucky then.
You did, absolutely.
All right, nice talking to you.
Thanks.
Got enough badges on there. Got enough badges.
Yeah.
What's the idea of all the badges?
People I take photos of.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Good luck to you. Had much luck today?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You don't mind being on video, do you?
I don't mind. No, it's fine. Yeah.
Don't care.
No,
Nobody
I do,
seems to care. You wouldn't get me on the video.
That's all right. Yeah, I usually on the other end, obviously. 'cause I've got the camera.
Same me. All right,
No, I
fair
just
enough.
do local events and things like that.
Oh,
I always
nice
come
one.
down to this one, so
Nice one.
it's a nice event.
Yeah, some
You've been-
interesting characters here, isn't it?
Yeah. You've been before yourself, or?
No, I've been to Colchester, but not this
Yeah.
sort of event. So
No, it's a good one.
yeah, it is a good one.
Yeah, it's nice one.
Yeah, the weather's been kind.
See some dancing going on at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
weather's
get
been good. Yesterday it was awful, but I wasn't here yesterday, so I missed out.
All right, well, enjoy yourself. Good
Yeah,
luck
you
with
too.
your snapping.
Cheers. Thanks. Have a nice one, yeah? See ya.
Yes, you're going to do very well.
Hello.
Good day.
May I talk with you, ladies?
Yes.
On video, is that possible? Yeah, you don't mind? How? Oh, well, maybe not. Can you tell me how you got into this line of sort of volunteering, reenacting?
We went, so this is my daughter.
Oh, wow.
And when she was 5, no, before she was 5, we went and visited a lot of things like this. And
okay. So
thought, oh, would it be cool to do it?
So when you're a little bit older, you thought, do that.
And my husband's not dressing up in silly costumes. So she and I did the first one at Kentwell Hall in Suffolk. And the next year I was pregnant with number 3, and I said I can't cope on my own, and so he joined.
Okay.
And
you never looked back.
And we never looked back. And this was 31 years ago. And I don't know, how did you?
I had a friend who was a reenactor. I met at university, and I really like making things and creating things. So
you can combine
like
the both.
all the clothes.
Oh, so you made your own clothes?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, and I made my own shoes. And
can I have a look at shoes?
So these were, that was 30 something years ago. So.
And Tansy and I are also basket makers.
Yeah.
Oh, you weavers?
Yeah, we make baskets.
So you understand the sort of lifestyle in a way, to a point.
That's
the
main idea.
You're making your own clothes
Yeah,
and your basket
the main
weaving.
idea.
And then I met my husband and married him. So
Like you do.
We both reenact together.
Oh, wow.
And
our children.
And then
I met my husband reenacting as
Oh,
well.
wow, so it really is a family.
I've got my children here.
Is that okay to get rid
Yeah.
Oh, well, enjoy your day.
Thank you. Bye.
We're in it. We're in
The only one that won't have to duck. You'll definitely have to duck.
I definitely will.
You alright?
All good,
What got you into being a Viking reenactor?
Just since I was a kid, really, was really interested in the fact that these men and women were able to jump into boats and literally, without sat-nav, without maps, basically brave enough to
Using
sail across the ocean.
like compass, perhaps?
So navigate by the stars.
Stars.
And there's also an idea that there was a kind of compass they could place in
Yeah.
the water,
Yeah.
but that's up for debate.
Yeah,
but
of
yeah, to
course.
navigate through the stars and word of mouth and not necessarily end up where you thought you might end up as well.
Very
So,
brave.
Very brave, and just have the courage to go
Look
and
at
do
old
that.
Floki.
Look at old Floki,
He
yeah.
ended
so
up with...
travelling to Iceland.
Iceland, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
So,
I mean, they got as far as North America, so they're
That's
great
not bad, is it?
explorers to go in
Fantastic
these open
explorers.
boats.
You've
Yeah.
been to Scandinavia?
I've been to Iceland, which
Oh, have you?
absolutely
That's the unusual
blew
one,
me
yeah.
away. Yeah, to see the harshness of the conditions.
They're
where
like purists, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just-
From their past, they're
and
sort of still connected.
It's still connected, and the land is still so raw and brutal as well. So it gives you a good impression of how terrifying life would have been for them
Are
as
you
well.
not joining your group?
No, not today. So I've given them the idea of what we're up to today.
Oh, you
given
give
them
them
the
the
battle
brief and
plan.
let them get on with
Yeah, and they're not going to beat me up today for a change. So yeah, I get a little bit of a rest.
Go on then, what are you doing?
Okay, so what we've got here is we've got some tablet weaving.
Some what?
Tablet weaving.
Tablet weaving?
Yes.
Sounds very technical.
Yeah. Well, over here we have our lovely tablets. As you can see at the front here, we've got 4 holes. That is for each tablet. And depending on what thread goes where, in which card, gives you this pattern here.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah. Pattern is based off of the Osberg findings.
Is that in Denmark?
That is in Norway.
I knew that. I was just testing you.
Ah, Well, see, I've been saying it's been in Sweden. I've been corrected later on.
Okay. So what's got you into being reenactors of the Viking period?
So I really got into Celtics first when I was really little.
Oh, okay.
And then I
So
got
not
into
earlier.
Vikings at a much later point. And I just got into tablet weaving by watching a YouTuber.
Okay, so one thing leads to another, and it's
Yeah.
nice to have a little hobby while you're here.
Yeah,
It's supposed to
exactly.
keep you busy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because obviously you
And-
can't be fighting out there with the guys.
Yeah, well, like I could, but
Could
I
you
don't
be a shield
want to.
maiden?
Yeah, see, there you go, there you go. But I choose not to.
Okay, fair enough. So you like to do your tablet weaving?
Yeah, it's quite therapeutic. I do quite. I'm just teaching Dave here how to do it. 'cause
Dave,
it's
it's not a very Nordic name, is it, Dave?
Well, it's.
I don't think you've got your Nordic.
I have. It's Vitsuk.
Vitsuk?
Yeah.
That's the thing. How do you end up with a name? Do you just is it given to you or?
We just choose, really.
Just choose. Yeah. Fancy. Okay. So what about you then, Vitsuk? How did you get into this?
I started coming here about 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
As one of the members of the public, and I thought, do you know what? I love this. I want a lot of it.
Good for you.
So yeah, this is my first event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just nice to be part of the atmosphere.
Absolutely right. You know, be part of it rather than watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your interview. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
See you.
See you later.
Right. So the wood's stronger. Oh.
Yeah, it also finds it further.
Right.
How did you throw me off?
After this, I'm just going to clarify side of video.
Now we go check out the Queen. Meringues and waffles.
Ladies and gentlemen, the second display by the
insurance on the side. Hit you, knock you in the face with the shield, stab you with the sword. And then finally we've got a dagger on the left side. The second in command of the century with 80 men is the Oxio. Got a staff of discipline on his right hand. The original don't worry about the blood. I'll come back to the camera in recruited for a period of 25 years. With swords and daggers, a battle with shield for skirmishing, and they got a
Have you earned your citizenship yet?
Yeah, unfortunately. This is starting to get heavy.
Oh, is it? How heavy is it?
All up, it's about, well, armour and everything is about 35 kilos.
35 kilos?
Yeah. So,
going up to modern standards, eh?
Well, the funny thing is that 2,000 years ago, the Romans figured out what a bloke can do in a day, and the modern day armies are still doing that.
Yeah, we've learnt from them.
Yeah. Rob was a soldier years ago, and yeah, this is exactly what this sort of weight. The only difference is all of this is on your shoulders.
Rather than on your hips.
Yeah, that's a big difference. Everything hangs off your shoulders.
So you need a good back.
Well, yeah.
Oh, feet.
Because the bits in between need to be pretty good as well.
Yeah, of course they do.
So we've looked at the auxiliaries. These two poor gentlemen are like the Roman legionaries on the march. No, 3 gentlemen. One's got missing. And they've got their marching packs. Everything they need on campaign, 3 days supply of food. Got some pots and pans and water bottles for around the camp. Tools for entrenching. Commanders have time to take them under cover of that pursuit.
So, this gentleman, you are a priest, I take it, of some sort?
Roman Catholic priest.
A Roman Catholic priest from the medieval Tudor period, maybe?
15th century.
Okay, so
Wars of the Roses.
Wars of the Roses, okay. I'm going to see if I can rarely see it. So, what got you into this sort of reenacting? This is quite unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great community. Really friendly, outgoing people. You get to go away for the weekend, camp, no devices, chill out.
No devices, so we're talking no Wi-Fi, no electronic devices. Must be therapeutic for a lot of people then.
It's bliss, yeah.
Bliss.
Yeah.
It's a good way of describing it. So today, have you had any sort of walkabout parts, or are you just staying mobile here? Are you staying put here?
We're just displaying living history.
Oh, okay.
Here.
So what's got you into the War of the Roses? Why that period?
Well, this is all my friends are doing it, so I joined with them, and that was 20 years ago.
Oh my goodness, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
All right, well, enjoy the sunshine.
Thank you. Peace be with you.
And also with you. Anyway, nice talking to you. Thank you.
Oh, queremonious lout! Now you shall eat this blade onto the hilt!
God give you a good day.
All for that, I can't believe it. What brings you here?
My legs, truly.
Sir, we greet you well. Well met. How may we be of... How do men call you? What is your name? What is your name?
I am called Youth.
Youth? Yeah, sweet youth. My name is Riot, and my heart is gentle and light as the wind. Good master youth, my name is Pride, and I am full of jollity and wisdom. Aye, for if you will give us gold and fee, for Pride here is most worldly wise, and fit to give you good advice. Aye, if you would be ruled by me, then I shall bring you to a high degree.
Well, tell me and I will be ruled by thee.
Aye, shall I do. Put down the poor. Look at them. Set naught by them. Be in the company of gentlemen.
And how might that be achieved?
Well, by your clothes. Look that they be bright and gay, according to the fashions of the day. Not that tiresome piece of... Look at it. Get in that. Get in that. That's lovely, that is. That's a good bit of schmutter, that is. Never mind. No, no, it's an over. Hey, is this great guy of Warwick?
Nay, nay, 'tis noble Hector of Troy, says another.
Then I might get a wife to live with me all my life.
Wife? Nay, sir, you shall have fleshy now. You need not take a wife. I have a sister, believe it or not, fair and free, and I know well your leman she will be. She is fresh and fair of face and enormously proper of body.
Oh, my heart burneth, by God,
I
I've
bet
not.
it does.
And to know that lady I'd have a son.
I shall do my diligence and bring her to your presence.
Oh, my blood boileth to see it. What say you? What is the cleanest leaf in the forest? We know not. What is the cleanest leaf in all the forest? It's a bramble. Wherefore is it the bramble? Oh, no man would wipe his arse upon it.
Oh.
Get off!
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, Mary.
Mary?
No, not yet. It's a bit soon.
No, I don't do that.
No. Have you had many suitors your lot before?
I have many suitors, my lord, before, but he thinks that I like his me best of all.
Right. She's had many men of knavery and stealth. She certainly has. Oh, Mary, she could have any man, any bravery and wealth. Yes, bravery and wealth. Any man, and often has.
Oh, it is in the south of the fair lady. Tell me.
Well, don't make her do that. She'll never get up again.
Well, if it pleases me, and as I can see, it does please me.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You're not standing where I am.
My heart is yours, body and all.
Oh!
For there is no pain of love I have not the skill its cure to undertake. Oh no, I know a pretty leechcraft, lie pain to ease.
Oh, lady, you shall have me where'er you please.
No.
Pride, we
tarry long, aye. To the tavern we should be gone. There to swear many oaths and cheat many men, and to spend our gold and wine and women. And there's God's commandments to break all 10. Worse it never.
Now murder is named manhood in every need. Extortion is called law, so God me speed. And now is lechery called love indeed.
Worse was it never.
Now boards be the destroyers of many true men, and for all lewd counsel they give unto them. Remember never to wed, you lusty young men.
Worse was it never. Come this way, all three of you. Hello boys, did you miss me?
I'm meant to do. I'm taking the
So now we're with, what could we say, son and mother?
Yes, yeah.
And dressed up in, I would say, I wouldn't say period costume, but a bit odd. So what have we got? We got the son is dressed as the
Green Man. Yeah.
Why the Green Man?
Oh, I just felt like it.
That's enough, I suppose. And Mum's dressed up as
I've medieval princess.
medieval princess. Wearing all your jewellery at the same time.
Exactly,
okay.
yeah.
So you're having a good day today, yeah?
Yeah, lovely. Thank you.
Excellent. All right, well enjoy yourself, yeah?
Okay, thank you.
to
Nice to
Bye.
meet you.
Bye.
Take care.
See you.
Oh, this is the. Oh.
So we've got father and son here. We took what sort of period? Is it 15th century?
We range from ancient Britons right up to First World War.
Wow, so you've got a lot of interest.
Yes.
You've got a lot of interest there, haven't you? So today you're covering the sort of...
We're doing 11th, 12th century.
Oh, okay. So is this his son? He's a crusading knight, is he, I suppose? Is that what he is?
A medieval baron.
Oh, sorry, so he's not, sorry, he's a medieval baron.
Yeah.
Okay. And what got you into it, basically? What started it all off?
Growing up into it.
I started off when I was 16, 17 because I was interested in the American Civil War.
It's a long time ago. Yeah,
Yes.
so you've been doing it a long time, 16, 17 years.
About 51, 52 years.
Wow. Wow.
From there, because you just run about and go bang, bang,
Yeah.
someone comes, well, I found something better. We can hit people.
So
we
get a bit physical.
So
But safely, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
safely, yeah. So we joined up with a Viking group. Vikings and Saxons. We learnt how to use swords and shields. And from there we sort of graduated from Vikings, Saxons to early medieval. Then we joined this group and do Romans, gladiatorial.
Wow, you covered a couple of thousand years there.
Yeah. That's
Have
why.
you got a favourite, like, sort of century, or out of all of those experiences you've had? I mean, if you could go back in time, shall we say?
I like the period we're doing today.
Okay, so 11th, 12th century.
Yes, because someone in our family has done all the research, gone back, and we have a coat of arms.
Really?
He's wearing it.
Oh my goodness. So may I ask what this coat of arms is linked to? Is it
It's linked to our surname.
Wow, so that's impressive. Wow. So it's very unusual that you can actually do your genealogy and go all the way back,
It
isn't it?
took them quite a few years, but evidently
Yeah.
we came across with the Normans.
Oh, okay. The Normans.
Yep.
So could you be connected to the Scandinavians, perhaps?
Very possibly, because the Scandinavians
Like
became the
mercenaries,
Northmen.
yes, that's right. Rollo, wasn't it?
Yes, he went down and conquered the northern France, and the Northmen became the Normans.
Yes, very interesting. And your son, I guess he's got interested in this because of his dad.
And his mum.
Oh, and his mum.
Grew up into it, yeah.
All right, well, enjoy yourselves for the rest of. I mean, it's finished now, isn't it?
Yes.
The morning's packing up, so. But thanks for doing what you do anyway. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No worries. Battery's died. I could just about see something. Anyway, I got it. That's the main thing.
Oh, good.
So I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you very much from Colchester.